Hello. My previous video apparently was as garbage as it was realized. I was kinda in a hurry because I spent like 4 hours researching the guns and making armor layouts, and I was frustrated that it took so long to just type some numbers. Anyway, in this video I'll show you my vision of a Yugoslavian tech tree in World of Tanks. I'll spare exact number details and just give brief line characteristics instead, and then you may give your ideas on how it could be balanced out exactly. There will be 2 lines, mediums resembling M48 line in gameplay, and turreted DPM tank destroyers. Let's go. First things first is that in this tech tree also Bulgarian tanks will be included. It's a wargaming logic to do so, like they added Panzer 58 muts into the German tech tree despite Switzerland being able to make a tech tree bigger than Swedish or Czech without fakes. Anyway, they will be single particular premiums.
Who the fuck are you talking
This
to?
wargaming logic gives a lot of new possibilities, because if German tech tree includes Third Reich, Switzerland, West Germany, and DDR, then we could make subtrees like in War Thunder. Enough yapping. Tier 1 is the M28 Kagres, which is the same as Chinese Tier 1 but with different gun, like who cares. Tier 2 is Praga P2AJ, a Czechoslovak-made light tank for Yugoslavia. Nothing special still. Tier 3 is Skoda T12, which is pretty much the same as previous, and Tier 4 is SO 57S35, which is a French Samoa with a modified turret to fit a 6-pounder. Tier 5 is Panzer 476, which is a German Panzer IV with American long 76mm gun. I guess it could be replaced with M634, a modified Yugoslavian Sherman, if it isn't too historically accurate. At Tier 6 we have Galeb, which is essentially a modified T-34-85. Now, it would be a mashup of various T-34 modifications from Yugoslavia. First things first, it would have T-55 road wheels and a .50 caliber machine gun on roof to make it distinct. Second of all, its gun choice would consist of the 85mm from Soviets, American 90mm, and some 100mm which I don't know much about. I guess the 90mm would be the most interesting and historically accurate, let's say. A Tier 7 we have Vatsilo A Yugoslavian wannabe heavy tank based off T-34. The original gun is the M47 Patton's 90mm, but I'd give it 90mm from early M36 Jackson as stock gun. Also at Tier 7 we have SO 122 M4, a tank destroyer based on M4 Sherman, with Soviet 122mm A-19 in the turret. It would be a branch off from mediums to the tank destroyer line like it is with KV-2 branching off to Su-152. It's a TD, but it doesn't exactly fit the line with the small caliber good DPM guns, so I'll put it in here as some genderbender medium/tank destroyer. Back to the medium line, Tier 8 is M320, an original Yugoslavian construction, using parts of American and Soviet vehicles. It uses a 90mm gun, and all Yugoslavian MTs later on have small guns, so I guess DPM is the brand mark of Yugo tanks. It would be just a better Pershing, I guess. At Tier 9 we meet M636, a 1956 Yugoslavian project to improve T-34 tanks to T-55 standard. It looks kinda ancient with its T-34 road wheels and machine gun port in the hull. The upper plate is said to be 100mm at 60 degrees, although it's World of Tanks, we could just make this tank tough like M48 up front and make the port a weak spot. The gun is another 90mm. At Tier 10 we have M636D, an upgraded version with better 100mm gun and I guess better armor if it is supposed to be a tier higher. So here we have our better DPM Patton line. Now, to the tank destroyers. They branch off early, at Tier 4 with SO 75 M3A3, which is a Stuart with Pak 40. Then we have SO 85 Panzer III, a Stug with Soviet 85mm. Although the 85mm Stug is sourced from pickpicker tech trees, so I doubt its historical accuracy. I mean, I will use fakes anyway, but I don't exactly want to steal anyone's ideas. Therefore, if anything, we could just upgrade the M3A3 Pak 40 to a Tier 5 tank destroyer, and here we go. At Tier 6 we have SO 76 Hellcat, a Yugoslavian Hellcat. It would differ from American though, relying more on DPM. It would have a different hull, with a modified engine, and this would mean that turret does not rotate 360 degrees, at least it seems so. Then, it would have a different top turret, which is just stock with extra armor. Top gun would be either some overtuned 76mm or yet another 90mm, as Yugoslavians love them apparently. At Tier 7 we meet M36 Jackson. Why is it on Tier 7? because it would use late M36 variants, with late 90mm guns, which have access to strong subcaliber and heat shells, able to go trough 287 and 305mm of steel in real life. We could of course nerf it to Tier 7 reality, and make it still strong, maybe 230mm subcaliber and 255mm heat. Sounds fun. At Tier 8 we have fakes that I've invented. We start off with a Yugo Rumba, so 90 Panzer 38. That would be some kind of a stock LT-VZ 38 hull with open turret superstructure, and 90mm gun selection. At Tier 9 we have something similar, so 100 Panzer 3, just with a Panzer 3 hull and T-54's 100mm gun. Then at Tier 10 we meet Waffenträger Panzer IV's brother, the So 105 Panzer IV, a L7 mounted on Panzer IV. I know L7 is a tank gun, and it would be hard, but hey, remember that Serbians put Hellcat turret on T-55 hull. Now, let's go to the premiums. At Tier 4 we have a Bulgarian Panzer IV with extended turret and ZIS 3 gun. Silly reward tank or something. Just don't make it garbage as usual recently, please. At Tier 8 we have a premium light tank, previously mentioned M18 Hellcat turret on T-55 hull. Of course, T-55 front plate would have to be thin to some reasonable amount to still be a LT, and the gun would have to be overtuned like in Panhard to deal 170 damage and have quick reload. The tank would be faster than a T-55, of course, 65 or 70 km/h top speed. Now, also previously seen early T-54 turret on T-34 hull, make it a Tier 8 premium. Weld some steel plate to the front to make it balanceable and to not die from a Russian KPZ-07RH, so maybe a 120mm front and a 100mm gun with 330 alpha. But there's more, there's a Bulgarian T-34 with T-62 turret. I'm not sure if it is a smoothbore, but we could just slap a safe L7 and call it a day, similarly to how Wargaming treated 122 TM, although not an L7. The front plate should also be improved, but leave the side hull cheeks as a weak spot maybe. DPM monstrosity because what else? Tier 8 to 10 welcome. Also we could add Bulgarian light tank, LPT Octopod, as a Tier 9 to 10 reward light tank with a 100mm gun. That would be it. What do you think? Share this video and your thoughts in the comments please see. Bye.